Hey, what's going on? My name is Don Griffin Jr. and welcome to my channel, Freedom Loves You, aka Fly Company channel. I want to give you guys a comprehensive overview of what you'll be seeing from this channel, who I am, what is Freedom Loves You, and what you'll hopefully gain from sticking around on this channel. So I am a freedom investor, a freedom architect, and a freedom operator. And I do all of these things within my company, Freedom Loves You, which essentially is a holding company, has a holding company structure, which expresses itself through products and services and other companies that we partner with or acquire or any other function that serves our business has the primary purpose of freedom, either acquiring things that will maximize freedom or adjusting things that will maximize freedom. But everything we do is to maximize freedom for ourselves internally or to anybody who chooses to listen, work, and or do business with us, will hopefully achieve the same goal, freedom. And what freedom means to me is building around your passion, what you love to do. That's why it's called Freedom Loves You, is so that you can build a world around whatever idea, whatever freedom means to you. And you'll be seeing similar topics around freedom as a whole, because that is our expression that we are here to give. So if you want freedom yourself, which is something that I have wanted for years, something that I obsess over is figuring out not only more efficient ways to do something, but the energy it takes behind it and how to make it more sustainable and how to eliminate waste in a way to where it's the opposite and where you could pour everything into, and that is your zone of genius, that is your skills, that is your experiences, that is your passions. So if you don't know what your zone of genius is, where I like to start people off with trying to figure that out is something called ikigai. What ikigai is a Japanese, uh, ancient Japanese philosophy that means the reason for being, your reason for being. And this is a combination of four things. This is what the world needs, what you could get paid for, your skills, and what you love to do. So there's a silver lining in these four things, and it's not limited to this exercise, but it's definitely a great start if you're trying to figure out how to build freedom in your life and do what you love to do for a living and being able to grow with the ecosystem and infrastructure that can support that. So, Ikigai is the overarching theme of your whole empire you're building, your whole world that you're creating. For Walt Disney, it's imagination. For Hershey, it's chocolate. For Henry Ford, it was automotive. For me, it's freedom. So, these companies that have built empires have done it in a way to where they have an overarching theme to where each function in their business is an expression of the overarching theme. And these are the type of worlds that have been able to collaborate with different ecosystems that does the same thing, and it just works really well if it's done right. So this goes into what I do as a practice and discipline, which is freedom architecture, as I like to call it. which is kind of a subcategory of enterprise architecture. So first, I'll break down what enterprise architecture is and give a brief breakdown to as to what freedom architecture is and why I believe it's going to be something that becomes a thing, not only a thing, but a necessary thing as we begin to as we continue to innovate with these different tools that will help us grow and do more of the things we love and not necessarily take us away or take our jobs or do things that we honestly weren't supposed to be doing in the first place. So enterprise architecture is aligning business goals or enterprise goals with different technologies and business models and structures, infrastructures and systems and teams, aligning that with the actual business and business goals. It could be an organization or anything, but I like to tailor this towards the enterprise designed for freedom because that's what we're here to do is maximize freedom. So freedom architecture is the layer that aligns the enterprise goals with the overarching theme in Ikigai, which could be a zone of genius, passion, skills, experiences, any of the above. And this is the design of freedom and building in a way where you're not designing the cage to where like you have a hard time figuring out how to grow as things keep us accelerating and you have different opportunities coming along. This is the different is the design and being intentional with the structure that you choose to um, grow with your infrastructure and ecosystem. So those are two words that I keep saying is infrastructure, ecosystem. These are two things that when you come up with your structure that you need because it will allow you to grow, not burn out. It will allow you to make changes that won't affect the whole structure of things. It'll give you freedom. So when you know what the overarching thing is for your vision and your empire, that's when you could kind of make these different partnerships and not work in your business, not work on your business, but you would now have the advantage when you design it right to work above your business. And to break that down further and to explain what working in your business and working on your business is basically when your focus, your main focus is the inventory and the products and services that you offer and provide to your target market. This is working in your business and it needs to be done by you or some type of leverage that you use to automate. And automation isn't just AI, it is systems that you use, processes that are smart processes and not broken ones, structure, infrastructure, org charts, the people that you have, which is the org chart and their positions and responsibilities, goals, and in a perfect world, this is their ikigai as well, so that everyone is doing their reason for being, which is the definition of ikigai. So that's working inside of your business, working on your business. You now elevate to a step above that. And you're working on your business. And when you're working on your business, you now have the luxury of managing the people who are focused on these products and services and inventory and things like that. And you can now kind of manage these people and put structures in place to where that you have a management layer and now you can focus on higher level tasks, which are actually the things that make the business run more effectively, make it more profitable, make it run more efficiently. this is needed too. But going up one more level is working above the business. And working above the business is where you could kind of think of it differently in a whole new way. And now, from this lens, your business becomes the actual business units. The business units as the businesses itself, you can kind of think of the highest leverage thing that you can do with these things, which is create a new business, buy a business, partner with another business, um, create new products or services out of these businesses, and just provide a better infrastructure for these businesses and optimizing the ecosystem that you're building, because that's what it comes down to, is building your ecosystem and infrastructure in a way that you can grow um, and continue to grow based on what gives you freedom. And that's what you love to do in your zone of genius. So that's the advantage you get for working above your business instead of in your own. And the beautiful part about this is, as more people start to do these type of things and making these different type of um, freedom-based businesses, is I have an ecosystem that provides something that I am very passionate about. I can partner with someone else that has a passion in a specific vertical niche, whatever the case may be. Someone loves cars or whatever. We can come up together with something that would provide freedom for his target market, or provide cars in a way that is freedom based for. There's just a lot of different possibilities that could come from two ecosystems joining together to create a product or service or whatever is being created from just the synergies that you guys have. And this is what's important about ownership um, and structure as a whole, is being able to do these things and think above the business and put systems and processes and automation in place to be able to carry out things and do things in a way that's efficient that keeps benefit fitting the greater good. So that's what I want to talk about next, is things that's more deep into the weeds, like um AI and automation. And there is a difference. I know AI is kind of taking everything by storm, but AI is a subcategory of automation, and automation has been here for a long time. And it's always been something that's been changing things for the good or bad. You can choose, like, whatever is the new thing that's super powerful. It could be used for good or bad. But things like automation, it's best to look at things that you could leverage to expand your capabilities and do things more efficiently, that will give you freedom and allow you to um, express what you love to do in a lot of different ways, and a way that increases the volume of that. And once you leverage AI, processes, team and people, systems, and different things, and figure out what role they play and where in your ecosystem and infrastructure they're going to go, how they're interfacing with different things or functions inside of your world, that's when it becomes really powerful, and you stop to kind of fear what's going on, and where the future is going, and what everything is telling you all around you, and start to be empowered by it. Because no one really knows what's going to come from all of this, but One thing I do know is the best way to predict the future is to create it yourself. And that's why I created Freedom Loves You, aka Fly Company, because we believe that you can grow a world around what you love to do. And we believe that this is the most efficient way to gain freedom in the future from now moving forward.